afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's daily recap, December 10th, 2025. Let's take a look. Our overnight high, overnight low set, and hit play and see how today turned out. See, we opened with a nice rejection candle. And one thing I want to show here, look at this. Price went all the way down here and held there for a while, which, past me, FOMO me would have jumped right into that, been like, this thing's tanking, and I would have got absolutely cooked. But waiting for the candle to close on the 5 minute saved me from that. Didn't enter the trade because it was invalidated. Keep going. Got a VAH attempt here, but the VH moved before that candle closed, so that didn't count. Okay, right there is a break of the orb, 15-minute high, so that's step one. Invalidates, didn't complete step two. Tries it again, step one. Invalidates. Tries it again for VAH and orb, step one. Then that completes right there, right? So step two completes, open and close, held above the 15-minute opening range. So I would have entered a call there, 684 call. Gets invalidated, so 0 for 1 on the day. And now here we go down here. We mark this in case it moves. That candle rejects all the way down to our VAL and closes below it. So now waiting for the next candle to open and hold below it. It does. So at the close of this candle, I would have been looking for a 682 put. Right? And it's going to be a tough one because it already wiped out our levels. Still in the trade. The yellow line is my invalidation. Invalidates there. 0 for 2 on the day. Oh no, sorry. Actually, this one ended up being a winning trade because I got in right here and it went down and hit take profit level 1 and take profit level 2. So sorry, that one actually was a quick trade, but ended up being a winning trade, profitable trade. So 1 for 2 on the day. Now we're just, price action was crazy. So here we go again, trying for the orb breakout again. Close above the 15-minute orb. Want this next one to hold above it. It does not. Comes back here. Now it's trying to give us just a VAL setup. Let me mark this again in case it moves on us. Okay, so when I entered a trade here, again a 682 put, looking for continuation to the downside. There we go. That ends up being a nice trade. Hits take profit level 1, 2, and almost level 3. So there we go, 2 for 3 on the day. Here we go again, another attempt at the opening range, 15-minute opening range high. So close above that, step 1. We need it to close above it and hold. There we go. Okay. So there we go. Again, these are big moves, right? But I still enter a trade here looking for a 684 call. Gonna have a far away stop, further away than I would like, but still, setup's there. I take the trade. This is my invalidation zone down here. Sideways, goes up a little bit, right? You could had an opportunity to take profit here. Almost hits the overnight high there, so another attempt to try to take profit. But still hasn't hit that target yet. So I think I ended up holding this one longer than I would have wanted to, especially this red candle. Made me super nervous. This one made me nervous, but still holding above the 15-minute opening range high. And now, another important thing, right? Still holding above here, and I'm in the trade from back here, right? So I'm negative in the trade right now. But look what's happening. Comes back and rejects here, right? Below the VAL. Here's another setup, right? If you would have got out and taken profit here on either of these candles, you could have traded this setup because it's breaking above the VAL, also breaking above the initial balance high, holds above it the next 5-minute candle, so this would have been the entry. But I'm still in it because it didn't hit my target and the orb is still holding. Got to go through some pain though. Still holding, bouncing off of the orb a couple times now. Getting close to the orb. Still holding. Still holding. Just pain. But the orb is still holding up. Buyers are still defending that area. Danger close there. This one's right at it, right? Then there you go. That's the move I'd been waiting for. And so another profitable trade right here, right? You could gosh, I forgot where we were. What, 3 for 4 now on the day? Comes up here and hits our VWAP target, hits the overnight high, out of the trade. And another setup happened here, right? But I was still in the trade, so I'm not going to count that one, but broke the VAH, held above it. Just one trade at a time for me. I don't start adding to my position just because another setup occurred. And that one would have worked out, right? A small profit. So it would have been a successful trade. All right, so there's a rejection. Now just still waiting. 3 for 4 on the day. There's a break of the orb. Rejected there. Invalidated. And I honestly was done at this point in the day. I was 3 for 4. Profitable. I had stopped trading. Especially FOMC minutes were coming out right here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. FOMC minutes came out on this candle at 1 Central. This candle breaks above everything that we have, right? So I guess there could be a setup here. Close above the overnight high. So now we just want the next candle to hold that. And it does in a big way. So would have entered a trade here and just, these are massive candles. I wouldn't be trading at this point. The setup technically is there, but FOMC is a dangerous game. It can work in your favor, can also work against you, but let's just play it out, right? 3 for 4 on the day. Would have been looking for a 686 call. If that didn't work, that's your stop loss is way down here, so that's high risk. And I mean, technically, if you would have gotten right here, 685.28, this went all the way up to 685.75, probably would have hit 25% profit target. Could count that as a win. Still could also be in the trade, looking for more, as long as this line holds up. But man, big risk. There we go. Look at that. So nice jump up. Definitely taking profit here, probably 25%, 50%, and who knows how much else. So we'll say 4 for 5 on the day. There's no levels up here, right? So no setups to have happen. Price just kept going though. If you would have held a runner, you would have got paid big time. All right, last hour of the day, power hour. What a nice day. Still 5 trades, a little high, a little higher than I would like, but definitely better than 9 that happened yesterday. Ugh. There we go. That's it. So 4 or 5 on the day. I ended up $26 profit per contract. Definitely got out of some trades sooner than I maybe should have, or I shouldn't say that. I got out when I felt comfortable getting out and took what the market gave me. Because what happens in those situations is you hold thinking it's going to go longer, right? And then it reverses against you and you give it right back. So I'm happy with that. That's all I got. So any questions or anything, any comments, please feel free to drop them and let me know. We'll talk to you later.